Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Are you having trouble driving today?
I just got out of work, and I got something in my eye. I was wiping my eye.
Okay, because as you're driving down the road, the whole right side of your car is in the bike lane.
Video.
Like you're trying to be a bicycle.
That is great video of that violation.
I'll just put those two wheels in the bicycle lane.
The idea of a vehicle driving in the bike lane and identifying as a bicycle was Sam's idea from a previous stop that we had made, and then I brought it back for this one because it was applicable with that guy just driving with two tires in the bike lane. So I got to give a shout out to Sam on that one.
Did you feel like when you stopped on Hunt Highway halfway in one lane and halfway in the other that you were blocking two lanes at the same time? So as you were there blocking traffic, that's obviously against Arizona state law because you can't be driving in two lanes.
Also, great video of that. These videos all happened on different days in different parts of Pinal County, and there were good stops that Sam wanted to all put in one video. So the main theme of these was that there was some sort of lane violation, whether it was a wide turn or failing to maintain lane, but all of these good stops all had something in common.
Two different reasons I stopped you. The first, your registration's more than a year expired. The state of Arizona would like its money. And then secondly, when you turned from out of that parking lot onto Hunt Highway, you turned into the furthest lane instead of turning into the closest, most available lane.
The reason why I turned like that is because another car was coming from Walmart turning in that lane. Did you see that?
But you guys would have turned into the same lane. You turned into this lane, which is the furthest lane. You have to turn into the first lane because you're making a left. And that's the first lane you come to. They're making a right, and this is the first lane they come to. So you guys can make turns at the same time and not hit each other as long as you both turn into your appropriate lanes. Two separate reasons that I stopped you. The first is that you're doing 65 and a 50. And the second is that when I saw you, you were driving with both of your wheels over the white fog line.
Really?
100%. All right. Smoke any weed today? This morning?
Earlier. Yeah,
Earlier?
This morning.
About how long ago?
At lunch.
Lunch? Okay. All right, hang tight for me. He looks high. He's driving outside of his lane at 15 miles an hour over the speed limit, and he smoked weed at lunch. Tilt your head back and close your eyes. When I say begin, from that moment on, I want you to tell me how long it takes for 30 seconds to go by.
30 seconds?
Yep.
Like
Once 30 seconds goes by, I want you to bring your head forward, open up your eyes, and say stop.
That's not good, man.
All right. All right, tilt your head back, close your eyes, and begin.
I'm ready to lose my balance.
10, 16, 10, 6, 7, 6.
10, 14, 14.
Am I supposed to be counting?
It's kind of what the instructions said.
So, like I said, from when I say begin, from that moment on, I want you to tell me how long it takes.
Super easy instructions.
Once 30 seconds goes by, once you estimate how long it takes 30 seconds to go by, once that goes by, I want you to bring your head forward, open up your eyes, and say stop.
You gonna make me do it again?
Yeah.
Try to do it correctly.
So, because I stopped you, so I can't hold that against you. So, all right. So no big deal. All this is super simple. Tilt your head back, close your eyes. Do you understand what the instructions are? Okay. Tilt your head back, close your eyes, and begin. Okay. And how long was that?
Counted
30 seconds? Okay. DUI applies not only to alcohol but also to drugs.
Yeah, I was thinking about that right now.
But there's no alcohol there, but there are drugs there. Okay, that I think that are in there. So I want you to put your hands behind your back.
We had a ton of people that don't like the fact that me as a deputy arrest people for driving under the influence of marijuana. And I don't care about those people. Marijuana is an impairing substance, whether you think it is or not. If you think it's not, you are wrong. There are boatloads of studies that show that there's significant impairment with marijuana, even more impairment with marijuana and alcohol together. And obviously, just with this simple testing of an estimation of time shows that that drug was psychoactive and that it was impairing his ability to estimate the passage of time. There's also a correlation with the passage of time and the perception of distance. So perception of time and distance gets impaired when marijuana is active in your body. And obviously, if you can't perceive distance, you have a higher probability of getting into a collision, which is the entire idea of traffic enforcement, is to decrease collisions.
I'm going to have you do right now is you're going to be under arrest for DUI drugs, as long as you continue to be cool with me. I don't plan on booking you into jail, right? You've been a gentleman with me. I've been a gentleman with you. That's not going to change.
He was super nice. He was brought back to the station in Casa Grande. He was processed. He was released to a sober driver. Nothing out of the ordinary with him, but not a bad guy. Just made a bad decision, and we interacted as two gentlemen throughout the whole totality of the stop and after even the stuff that wasn't on camera. And he was released, and we parted as two gentlemen.
Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Any idea why I might have stopped you?
Speeding, yes, sir. I just got off home from work, and I literally I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't have any excuses.
Yeah, just speeding. You know what the speed limit is on this road?
45.
You know how fast I got you going?
60.
68. Yeah. Now, you look familiar. Have we talked before?
I recognize the kid, but I talk to a lot of people and I do a lot of traffic stops, and I just couldn't place it. By the time I get back to the car, Sam's like, hey, this is the same car from the no crying and speeding stop that was a couple months ago. And obviously we have an internal system, so I was able to look him up in the system and see when and where I stopped him, how fast he was going, and all that stuff. But it was a mixture of me recognizing his face and Sam recognizing the car, that we all put that together.
I don't know.
No? Okay. You look familiar. There's no crying in baseball.
No, I know.
And there's no crying in speeding.
I'm not crying. It's just why?
Why? Because apparently, like, you've heard of a learning curve, right? That kind of goes like this. Your learning curve is like this. It means that you're not getting the point, that you shouldn't be speeding. You are 24 miles an hour above the speed limit. You're a criminal amount of speed above the speed limit.
I know I wasn't doing that 24. I promise you I was.
It's locked in on my radar. What I don't want to hear, as I do from everyone else in your generation, is excuses. He's got a personalized license plate, so recognize the license plate, get up to the car, and he has been videoed on Fridays with Frank before, crying, and he said he didn't remember me. And I feel like I take some offense to that, because I feel like I'm somewhat memorable. Don't worry about it.
Sam says that we get complaints on the background music on some videos as opposed to others, but what we never get complaints about is sad violin music. And with this kid previously having been a crier and obviously being stopped for the second time by me, was kind of a sad state. And that sad violin music was the perfect accompaniment for this kid's demeanor.
If people didn't speed, I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. I would drive around all day in my car by myself.
That's a true statement.
I wouldn't get to meet people. So he doesn't remember me. So I'm going to see if he remembers the spiel of getting a ticket when I give him another one right now. So apparently he's a really slow learner. So we're going to see if we can impress upon him a little bit more. Now, since he got a warning the first time, we'll give him a criminal cite this time for criminal speed in a residential zone and see if that makes him slow down a little bit. Exactly 2 months ago from today, I stopped you and cited you down at Hunt Highway and Magma. And I cited you for 69 miles an hour in a posted 45. And I cut your brake at that time and I only cited you civilly. But apparently, learning curve, like most people, it's like this. Like, oh, God, I'm learning a lot. With you, it's like this. Because you're not learning. So what I did was I want you to go and talk to the judge, so maybe the judge can impress upon you how important it is to drive the speed limit and safely. Okay, so what this citation does is it requires that you appear in court and go and talk to the judge down at the Pioneer Justice Court. And the judge is Judge Babu. He's a fair judge. I agree. But he might be able to help you understand that this is kind of an important deal, okay? What I need you to do is sign there, and by signing, what you're saying is that you promise to go to court?
I mentioned Judge Babu. He's the justice of the peace. He's an elected official. I testify in his court all the time. I'm in there for civil traffic hearings. I'm in there for criminal stuff, like for DUI or criminal speed or driving unsuspended. So I've been in front of this judge many, many times. He's really fair. He is the brother of a previous sheriff of Pinal County. So he knows his way around the political system, and when I send people to him, I know that, one, he's going to be fair, but two, he's also going to hold them accountable for great examples of poor driving like this.